my old runner bean. If you caught my Plan With Me August bullet journal video last week, you might want some ideas for rockpool creature drawing. So stick with me and I'll show you how. Great to see you again. I'm going to crack on with it and I'll chat as we go.
I started by making a list of all the creatures I could think of that might live in a rock pool, and did a bit of photographic research if I couldn't quite remember what they looked like, and then I went straight into making some characters for the bullet journal. This little fella's a crab from the front, and then I thought I'd draw one from looking down from above as well. So this one is a top-down view. As you saw from the beginning, I'd already made some sketches and I did that on layout paper. I put it underneath my marker paper just to give me a guide. I have actually drawn a picture like this before for one of my books in the July spread for Nature Calls. So I kind of feel right at home with drawing stuff like this. And this little guy is actually a sea stickleback. I've never seen one of these before, but I have seen stickleback freshwater ones. And he's very long and thin and very slender. And this is one of my favourite little chaps. This is a hermit crab. And they live very terrifying existences because when they are not inside, when they're moving house and they scuttle out of their old shells when they've got too small for them. They are actually very, very vulnerable to attack. So they have to be very, very quick about making sure that they can get inside their new home properly. And this is a mussel. By the way, I write and illustrate children's picture books and make videos about drawing, planning and publishing, and I do them, they come out every Friday. I absolutely love doing this, and I hope you can feel the infectious enthusiasm from me. If you want information on my upcoming online course on how to illustrate your own children's story, then check out the link below. Whether you've just found my channel or you know me already, I'm really grateful that you're spending your time with me. I post drawing and planning tutorials every Friday afternoon. So if that's your bag, particularly if you're interested in drawing for children's books, then like, subscribe and ding that bell notification so you can catch all of the videos. I'm using my Pigma Micron pens, which I still don't really think that they're my favourite. I like the Staedtler ones even better. But these are the ones I'm using at the moment, and I've got 3 or 4 different thicknesses here, going from 0.1 to 0.8, and that's very useful for doing those little strands, or the bits that come out the back of a jellyfish, for example. This guy's an anemone. God, that's hard to say. An anemone, and I think I used 3 different thicknesses for the tentacles coming out of this guy. And then here's a jellyfish, so I'm going to do the same thing with him. That I think is 0.5. Then that thick one is a 0.8, which I don't use very, very often. And some thinner ones. And then I'm just going to colour him in. I haven't seen one as blue as this before, but just for the purposes of making it kind of fun and sticking to my colour palette, I thought I'd do him blue. As a freebie giveaway, I have drawn some free rockpool doodles for you to download. You can print them off and colour them and stick them into your journal if you don't feel that confident to draw. All you have to do is follow the link in the description box and I will send you the Google Drive link. So this little chappy here, he is a limpet. I have a friend who made a story about a limpet and I've been slightly obsessed ever since. And then this is a clamshell. You sometimes see those washed up on the beach. Now this chappy here, he reminds me a bit of one of the characters from Pirates of the Caribbean. I can't remember the guy's name now, but the one with the big tentacly things sticking out the front of his face. It's actually a cuttlefish, and they are really fabulous at camouflaging themselves because they change colour as they float around nearby different shapes and colours and textures, and their skin goes the same colour or texture as the thing that they are swimming next to. It's extraordinary. Anyway, you quite often see those things that are like they're white sort of bony things that wash up on the beach, and that's actually the bones that are left of the cuttlefish. And this is a mermaid's purse. You probably have seen these as well. And they used to be the housing for shark eggs. There's usually just the one egg inside. Cool, eh? This is some seaweed. I'm going to do two different sorts of seaweed. This one is bladderwrack, and it's called bladderwrack because these little bobbly bits that have got seawater in them. Little bladders. And then here's some kelp. Very easy to draw. Bladderwrack is quite often a sort of browny colour or maroon sort of colour, but I'm going to give it orange here because it's part of my colour palette. And then some very bright green for the kelp. I don't know if you've ever seen those programmes with the kelp forests in them, but they are amazing. So the last thing that you're going to see by a rock pool is one of these. Yes, it's a human being. This one's a little boy, and he's sitting on the edge of a rock with his net, and he's hoping to find something interesting to look at. And there's the little net. I wonder what he's caught.
There are so many different things that you can draw for this theme, and depending on where you are in the world, you may well find that you see different things to that which I see in the UK. Leave me a comment below if you found something that I haven't mentioned, and tag me if you've used this theme for your August journal. If you have anything that you would like me to cover in future videos, leave me a comment below and I will be sure to add it to my list of subjects. Thanks for watching. I'm off to make brunch for a mermaid. I'll see you next time. Nanu nanu!